Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a reaction video to the video Wolf Attacks Girl. So those of you who don't know who Camel and Friends is, she's also been under the names Alex Komchak, Alexander Dirac Warnock. Most recently, she changed her name to Julius Robert Oppenheimer. So as you can see, that's really strange, and this whole situation is strange. So I've made videos about this person before, and here's the thing. So she was a relatively popular YouTuber at the time, and I made a video about her once, which she promptly flagged for copyright because I used one still from her video to make comments on it, which obviously there wasn't anything wrong with that. And she also flagged the video for bullying, which I couldn't reverse, unfortunately. But it doesn't matter, because in the end, after all my concerns and after trying to convince people tirelessly that she should not be trying to get donations from people because she's not a legitimate rescue or anything of that nature, she eventually ended her own operation, and I'm going to get to that in a second. But it should be understood that this is actually an important cautionary tale. A lot of people don't understand why I make comments about certain YouTubers and why I get upset about these people asking for donations. It's a cautionary tale about self-proclaimed animal experts and people believing that they have some kind of validity because they have a lot of subscribers, and I often get a lot of criticism because I dare to open my mouth when I don't have enough subscribers or views. Apparently that means that my opinion is no longer valid. But anyway, I wish I could say that my videos did something to make her stop posting and eventually go away, but they didn't. What happened was she eventually did something that eventually made her subscribers stop worshiping her as some kind of animal rescue and animal expert. And I just have to say that it's pretty sad the extent of problems that need to occur in order for people's followers to finally acknowledge that there is a problem. I have to admit, when I was making my criticisms, I had no idea the problems were as bad as they were. I was just worried about her asking for donations when she wasn't a legitimate rescue, and she also had animals disappear without explanation. So I made a video about that a while back. So long story short, she was actually convicted. I believe she pled guilty to animal cruelty. She had a horse removed from her property that was emaciated and did recover and gain weight with the rescue organization that took it in. So it wasn't made up, something really happened. She had various issues that I'm not going to get into, but let's just say that in some of the videos she did appear medicated, if you catch my drift. And so yeah, she was an exotic animal YouTuber for the most part. She had ostrich. She actually got her followers to pay for many things, including another ostrich, which she got from a meat farm, which apparently died right away. And she had a mink that she had her followers pay for. She had someone send a large enclosure to it completely for free, and other things like that. And this mink also mysteriously disappeared. So that's why I took special interest in this situation. But by far the most notorious thing that has occurred was her video, Wolf Attacks Girl. So quick background on this video. This video is her wolf dog, one of her most popular animals on the channel. It eventually attacked her, and she documented it, and she decided to show it. There were very suspicious circumstances around it, which I will get to. But first, let's get to the reaction. I'm going to react to this video. I know it was posted a million years ago, but I just thought that this would be interesting to do. Okay, so here we go. Wolf Attacks Girl. Okay, so the actual name of the video is Girl Survives Wolf Attack. Could you remain this calm? Caught on camera.
Here, Belly.
Okay, so in this part of the video, this is right before the attack occurs. And it's really hard to tell what happens here, but throughout the video, she's been trying to get Lorne, the wolf dog, to move, and she's been tossing little stones. Now, you know, I have many issues with her, but I think people kind of overblew the whole throwing rocks at it. She wasn't trying to hurt him or anything. She was just trying to get him to go away from a perceived threat, which she considered to be these ants for some reason, which she pretty erroneously referred to as bullet ants, but they're not native to Arizona or introduced, I don't think. So this is the part you can see that she has a large container, which I think is a victuals vault, and you can't really tell what she does, but I think that she kind of kicks it at him. And this whole time she's just been kind of circling around, and the wolf dog has been kind of acting kind of slightly irritated by her. Let's continue. Okay, so in this part of the video, you can see that there's a lot of scary sounding sounds, and what's interesting here, you can't really see what's happening. In the description, she claims that Lorne grabbed her head and dragged her into the corner of the fence or something like that. And here's the thing, I don't think that happened. So I'm just going to slow this video down and make some extra commentary right here. Okay guys, so as I previously stated, I am by no means an expert on animal behavior or wolf behavior or anything like that, but here's what I see occurring in this video. So as I'm playing this video slower, you can clearly see that her hands are on the wolf dog's face. At one point you can actually see the teeth, and here's a close-up of her head, and I don't really see at any point, even though it's not a clear view and there's not a lot to see here obviously, but I just see no evidence that the wolf dog was biting on her head. As you can see in this clip that her hand is on Lorne's face, and you can see his teeth kind of in this still image here, and you can see that she's kind of pushing him away and just kind of like grabbing onto him, but I don't really think that she's actually even getting bitten. And I'll show you in another clip pretty soon what I mean by that. I think that he's just growling and displaying, and he's really just trying to put her in her place, telling her, all right, that's it, you're not gonna take my food again, and I'm gonna show you that you're the subordinate and that I'm in control here. So I'm just going to play the clip again, just in very slow motion. Again, you can see that at no point in the video, although we don't have a lot, there's not a clear view at all, but by what we can see, I just see no evidence that he's actually even biting her. He's making a whole lot of noise, and I just think he's kind of, you know, putting her in her place, which is somewhat natural and happens with wolves. Now, I do have to say that I am surprised at the severity of this attack, how he just came at her, and you can see that the video actually even ends and he's still growling, even though she repeatedly says, go eat, you know, I don't want it, over and over again. He's still growling, he's still trying to put her in her place. I basically think that he ran up to her, he knocked her over, and she's up against the fence, and he's growling and displaying, and she has her hands on him, and he's still growling, and she even at one point says, I'm trying to get up, you can kind of hear her say, and he's keeping her on the ground, and he won't even let her move. So that's a pretty severe attack, even though I don't think that she was actually injured, not severely anyway, or maybe not even at all. So basically, I don't think that she was telling the truth, and I'm not just saying that, I mean, she has a history of not telling the truth, so this is part of the reason why I'm thinking this. It might sound strange that she would want to make the attack sound worse than it was, but here's the thing. I think that in this video, she was trying to come off as some type of experienced animal handler. You see, her whole thing is that you can't keep a wolf dog because it's so dangerous unless you have some kind of special skill. And she wants people to think that she has a special ability to remain calm, as the title says, during a wolf attack, which is supposed to make us impressed, and it's not supposed to make us criticize her and say you don't know what you're doing and you shouldn't have gotten between the animal and its food. But anyway, let's finish the rest of the video.
Alright, Lorne, I don't care. Okay. Go eat it, go. Lorne, go ahead. Lorne, go ahead and eat it. Go. Lorne, it's okay. Lorne. I'm trying to sit down. Okay. It's okay. I don't want it. Go eat. Lorne, go eat it. Lorne!
Okay, so the video cuts off there and you can see that the attack was still in progress. So I don't think that's because the camera cut off. I think that's because she turned off the camera for some reason. Okay, so here's the thing, and here's what makes it kind of obvious that she's not really being truthful with us. She has said that it was because the ant bit the wolf dog that it reacted the way it did. But in the video, you can clearly hear her say, I don't want it, go eat, and stuff like that. And you can tell that she knows that Lorne is basically just being food aggressive, and that's all it is. There's no evidence that this was caused by an ant. It was pretty clear cut what happened, although I have to admit I was pretty taken aback about the severity of the attack because she wasn't really that close to him from what I can tell, and yet he came right towards her. So here's my non-expert opinion. I hear that Lorne is making a lot of vocalizations. He's sounding really scary, really loud. It almost sounds like he's trying to intimidate her instead of actually attack her. Now, I'm not an expert, but because he's making such a huge display, in my general experience with my animals, I noticed that they tend to make a lot of noise when they're trying to get their way, but they don't really want to attack because that's just another level of escalation that generally wild animals don't want to take it that far. So I really think that Lorne is just trying to show her that she needs to back off, and he's trying to assert his dominance to some degree. And here's the other thing. She's had videos in the past where she was training Lorne to drop food, and I have no idea, for any experts out there, if this is okay or not, but she has videos where she's taking food out of Lorne's mouth.
Release. 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 No. Release. Release. Release, good boy. Sit. Sit.
So he knows that in the past she takes his food and she thinks that this was a correct training method. Again, I can't say if it is or isn't, but my guess is because she has a history of taking food from him, that this just escalated and he just was really ticked off after circling around Lorne for so long and just really getting him riled up. I'm thinking that he just snapped, that he was really excited about eating this food, and you see how he just completely came at her and didn't stop growling even after she was backed into the fence, and even after she was saying, "Go, it's okay," he just keeps growling. And again, in the video you can see that I think that he's holding on to her hand, and I've seen this in another video that is not the same exact situation, but you can hear how a wolf is snarling when it's kind of asserting itself and trying to get what it wants. In this video, this is just a zookeeper who is separating a wolf from something it wants, and these are captive wolves in the zoo. But anyway, I'm going to insert that clip right here. So anyway, I'm not very experienced, and this is just my general opinion, but I think that he was just mostly displaying, and maybe there was some slight injuries involved, but I don't think it was anything that severe, and I never saw any evidence that she had severe injuries on her after the video. So anyway, that's the thing. This is what happens when you're dealing with people who are just regular, average lay people. She doesn't have any specialized credentials, and she's by herself. You have no idea what's going on with her, and yet a lot of people respected the hell out of her. And of course, when people like me criticized her, you know, we got a whole lot of hate. But I feel that this is just an example of why you shouldn't blindly believe that everything is going great just because a YouTuber puts up videos and edits it and makes it seem like it's just a perfectly wonderful existence. But anyway, that's the video, so let me know what you think. I probably won't be making any more videos about Camels and Friends, and she hasn't posted in over a year, but I just found this interesting and wanted to look back. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.